Welcome back to another boxing video. This is gonna be a quick discussion on the big fight coming up, Alexander Usyk and Triple D, Dynamite Daniel Dubois. And this is gonna be a good fight. Usyk just landed in London, I think today, or he may have landed yesterday. And he's doing a silly call out, yelling from the balcony, "Where Daniel? Daniel, where are you?" So, you know, he's just trolling Daniel, as he does in his interesting Usyk fashion. But the funny thing about this fight, and I'm not really going to talk about fight predictions right now. This is what I want to mention. Fight predictions can come later on. But what I want to mention is Daniel Dubois' team have non-stop mentioned the low blow and how they believe that they've won the fight, that they had won that the last fight that happened. And the truth is, we got to put some things into perspective. Let's pretend that the blow was on the belt line, right on the belt line, and it was legit, and the ref got the call wrong. Let's just pretend for a moment that that's the case. Okay, well, what happened to Daniel pretty much losing every other round of the fight and then losing on a jab? I mean, it was a stiff jab, but it was a jab nonetheless, dropped into his knees, and he could have got up, but you could tell he had enough, and he waited until the bell rang. He basically waited until he got to 9, and then when he stood up, the referee was at 10, and he was like, waved the fight off. Why did they not talk about that? Okay, Usyk had 4 whole minutes to rest after the low punch. So what? If Usyk was hurt and he had 4 minutes to recover, Daniel was not hurt, and Daniel had the same amount of time to recover as well. He had the same 4 minutes that Usyk had to recover. So all he had to do was just go straight back to what he was doing and drop Usyk with these body shots. That's the case. That's the logic if you follow it. But here's the reality. I've watched a lot of commentary on the punch, and I've heard professionals talk about it, and I've heard the amateur guys talk about it. And as far as people considering it a low blow, I would say it's probably 60% consider it low, 40% consider it a legal punch. And I'm actually being generous. I'm trying to be generous for it. So let's just say it's 60-40. It's probably more like 70-30, that 70% thought it was low, but let's just pretend 60-40. Okay? If that's the case, in any other sport, when you're warned about doing something 4 or 5 times and you keep doing it, the time that you look like you did it, but you actually did not commit the offense, the referee is still going to blow his whistle, or the umpire or whoever it is going to say, they're going to assume that you did the offense again. Let's say that it's basketball and you keep flopping, you keep flailing your arms, and the referee has told you 3 different times, don't do that, otherwise you're going to get a technical foul. Well, guess what happens on the 4th time when it's actually a real foul, but you flailed? You know what's going to happen? They're not going to blow the whistle, because they're going to look at it as you've been warned to stop doing that. Well, likewise, in the fight between Daniel Dubois and Usyk the first time, guess what? Daniel Dubois was warned for hitting low maybe 3 or 4 times before the big one that put Usyk down. So even if it was on the belt line, because you've already been warned multiple times about getting your punches up, the referee is immediately going to assume that it was another low blow, because you've been warned multiple times about low blows. So that part also falls on the shoulders of Daniel and his team, because he was warned multiple times for hitting low. And by the way, this is a common theme because there was other fights that I watched of Daniel Dubois, and he was also warned for hitting low in those fights too. So this is actually not a new thing. Now let's pretend that Daniel got screwed. Guess what? The referees did the right thing by giving Usyk the benefit of the doubt, because all he has done is been a great champion. All he did after the low blow was come back and destroy Daniel Dubois. I mean, he dropped him twice. Daniel, if he would have got the belts and got the benefit of the doubt, I don't think he would have had this rebuild period where he got his mental state better. So I actually think that the loss was good for him. It was good. I mean, he came back, he did a job on Jarrell Miller, he did a job on the boogeyman, is it Hergovich? And then he did an awesome job on AJ. So I think now he's rebuilt. If he wins, his comeback story is going to be better than before. Oh, baby deer crossing the road. Sorry, I live out in the countryside. I've got to watch these deer half the time. But anyway, I think it was low. I'm glad that he didn't get the belt. He didn't deserve it. He should have stayed focused. All the people saying, oh, he wasn't focused after the ref called a bad call. So what? That comes with experience. You know how many times I've played basketball games and the referee made a bad call? Do you know what happens when you dwell on that bad call? You end up losing the game. Daniel ended up losing a big fight. So this time, mentally, he needs to be prepared that the referee could do something like that again. You know what he's going to have to do if it happens again? He's going to have to pull his socks up, shut the hell up, and get on with the fight and knock him out. If you go to points with Usyk, you're going to lose. So the key is knock the guy out, which is easier said than done because no one's done it yet. Anyway, let me know what you think. Like the video, comment down below. Tell me if you think it was low or do you think it was a legal punch. And give me your reason. And let me know if it was correct that the referee kept on warning Daniel about low punches before. So the assumption was going to be that the punch was low again. Subscribe to the channel and I'll see you in the next one. Boom.